Guys, I've just arrived at the lake. I haven't even unloaded the van yet, and I have just got 24 hours to catch a carp, but I can only do so using a rig that's going to be chosen for me at random. I can only try and catch a carp on a pop-up rig, and that pop-up rig has to be chosen for me. Now, the 5 pop-up rigs that are going in the hat are going to be the 360, the chod rig, the multi-rig, the Ronnie, and the stiff hinge. Those are the 5 that are going to go in. So let's get them in the hat, do the draw, and see which one I've got 24 hours to catch a carp with. Right, so the 5 rigs are all loaded in here into the wheel of names. So the 5 are sitting there spinning around nicely. Let's hit the button and see which rig I've got to go and catch a carp with for the next 24 hours. Let's hit that button and see which one it's going to land on. It is the stiff hinge rig. I haven't used that. I actually don't remember the last time I used that. Have I got the components for it to start with? Pretty sure I have, but I don't reckon I've used that rig for, I reckon 10 years, easily. Probably last time I used that was when I was at Sky Lakes in France, and to be fair, I did all right. So yeah, stiff hinge rig. Let's see what goes on. Just saw a fish. I swear, I was just about to chat to you then, and another one. They are boshing in the back bay, which is literally 12 foot, literally a rod length off where I've got one on my rod. So to see that, they're moving, they're in the area where I thought they may be. This is really cool. So yeah, I think I've really rolled the dice okay. Fingers crossed, but I do want to get some bait out there. At the moment, I'm just fishing singles on all 3. They all went out sweet as a nut, all felt down nicely. If you look at the drone footage there, that's the island. I've got one rod, my left-hand rod is there. That's in about sort of 10 foot of water. My middle rod is this side of the actual point of the island. That's in about 13 foot. And then my right-hand rod, just a bit further along, that one is in about 14, 15 foot of water. So I've sort of edged me bets across all the areas where I think they'll be sort of moving and hovering around. Water temperature today is 10 degrees, which is, you know, the highest it's been all year, and this sun coming out now is just going to keep warming the waters, and they're just going to keep venturing into new areas. But at the moment, these rods are fishing single hook bait, so I need to get some bait over the top of them. So going to go to it now with the spod mix. Not much, I'm literally just going to put 2 spoms over each rod, and that is it. But I'll talk you through now the mix that I'm going to put straight over the top of those pop-ups. So time to get some spod mix over those current single hook baits. So we need to get some mix out there pretty quickly. So that is the mix that I'm using. Very, very simple. That is just some 10mm bug. I've coupled that up with some hemp and maize from Prime Particles. Really, really good quality particle, all cooked in salts and things like that. I've then crumbed up 10mm bug. So I've got bits of dust and that in there. And then to that lot, I've added in some of the bug liquid food. Give it a bit of a mix about. And that is it. Really, really simple. You know, there's no need for 1001 sort of ingredients to it. Simple spod mix, all food that carp love, especially that little bit of salt as well in there with the particle. They absolutely love salt in the springtime. So we're going to get a couple of spoms over each rod. So let's go to work on that now, and hopefully a bit of bait out there might pull them in, and we can get our fish for the first time in 10 years on the stiff hinge rig. Woo. Well, that is it, guys. The bets have been placed. I've rolled the dice as best I can. and now it's over to the sort of lady luck, I suppose, and see if she shines on me. But really happy with how the rods went out, and the spoms over the top, literally 2 spoms over each hook bait, and they were pretty much where I wanted them as well. So I've got no complaints at all. I'll just spin you around. But yeah, rods are out there in the pond now, over bait or bait over them now, so I've got no qualms. I did see a fish about 20 minutes ago, sort of down in this left hand sort of bay. That would have been in about 8 foot of water roughly. So yeah, they've definitely sort of ventured into the shallower parts of the lake now, as opposed to the sort of depths that I was having them sort of in the winter, in sort of 20 foot plus. That's where I was having them in the winter time, but they have definitely moved up the shelf and into those marginal areas now. So yeah, we can just sit on our hands now, and hopefully we've placed our bets the best we can, and I'll keep you posted. I'll tell you what, it is so nice to be on the bank at the moment. It's like everything's waking up, the reeds are pushing through. Even like, I walked past before and there was a dandelion, and I was like, what, dandelion? How can you get excited about a dandelion? But it's been a long winter, and it does feel so good to have a little bit of sunshine, a bit of warmth on the old skin again. But I will keep you posted throughout the duration of whatever's left. The clock is down here at the moment. That is what we've got left. So yeah, it's a big chunk of hours there. So hopefully between now and when that reaches 0, one of those 3 rods rattle off. We'll keep you posted. The stiff hinge rig has to be one of the all-time great carp rigs out there, used by many carp anglers for decades now. This is how you tie it, or my version of it at least. To make the hinge section, you'll need the rigidity in 25 pound. I'll peel off around 9 to 10 inches to work with. Attach the ring swivel via a 2 to 3 turn granny knot. I always use a 3 turn for that extra security. Using a multi-tool, I'll now pull it all down to bed the knot down nice and tight, then just trim off the tag end at the end. Next, it's time to tie the hook of choice on, this being the super wide gape in a size 5. Please note this is the outturned eye version. We're doing this via the whipping knot, so what you're doing, you're passing the rigidity through the front of the eye first, and now you're setting the length of the hinge section, or the chod section if you like. Once you're happy with this, make a loop and pull the tag end back so it looks like this. Grabbing the right side of the loop, you're now going to perform the whipping knot, which is basically whipping over the hook and the hook link that's running alongside the shank. I do this 5 times. This forms the whipping knot. Once done, grab the tag end and pull down. Now we're going to add on the micro bait ring swivel. Pass that over the tag end, then with the tag end you're going to pass that back through the back of the hook. This will form the mini loop where you want the hook bait to be sitting. Trim the tag end and blob with a lighter. Be careful with a naked flame next to the hook link. Next, we're going to cut off the large ring which is attached to the size 11 swivel. I've kept it on until this point because it just helps when using the multi-tool tightening down the knots. Up next, it's the boom section, this being the Illusion natural green in a 20 pound. I peel off about 10 inches to work with. And what I'm going to be doing with this is crimping this on, forming a very small circle that the hinge section can move freely on. Once you're happy with the size of the loop, crimp it all down via the pliers and then trim off the tag end. Next, add on an anti-tangle sleeve to the boom section. After this, I'm going to tie an overhand figure of 8 loop knot. Once done, slide up the anti-tangle sleeve over the knot so the loop is ready to attach to the quick chain swivel. Now it's just a little bit of putty around the crimp. Add on your pop-up of choice via some bait floss. The last thing you need to do now is just manipulate the hinge section with a nice choddy curve and you're ready to go. Always test this in the edge, as I said before you cast. You want that hook bait kicking away from the lead, sitting ready for that pickup. The awesome stiff hinge rig. Well, what a beautiful evening to be sat behind the rods. To be fair, it's been an absolutely beautiful day, a proper spring day, and I've loved every second of it, to be fair. But as you can see down there, the clock is ticking away. It's just gone 6 p.m. now. So nothing to report so far. I have seen a couple more fish sort of smash across, right across the other side of the pond in the far margins, and I think that's what they've been doing today. They've just been having a warm up, they've been getting the sun on their backs, so I'm hoping through the night they'll drop down onto those spots and have a bit of a feed, hopefully through the night, if not first thing in the morning. For now, I'm going to sit, have a cup of tea, watch the sun go down, and I'll keep you posted if anything happens. Fingers crossed, let's hope it comes good. Well, I'm up, and the sun is just about coming up over the horizon there. It's just gone 7 o'clock now. Hound dog's gone back to bed, which I don't blame him, to be fair. Why not? He looks all snuggled up there. And I'm getting itchy fingers. I'm like, we've got 4 hours left now. And I'm just like willing them to go. You know, you're just staring at the bobbins going, come on, guys, one of you. You have to. It looks absolutely perfect this morning for a bite. And I know those spots are right. I don't know why I haven't had a bite yet. It's proper baking my head a little bit. And I'm thinking, do a reel one in and just put it long into the really shallow water, because where I saw them yesterday, now that sun's coming up, and we saw them yesterday in that sort of 5 foot of water. So I put one in there for the remainder of the trip, just to see if that's where they're going to go. Don't know. I'm going to give it maybe an hour and then try the last 3 hours in the real shallows once the sun gets on those margins maybe. Oh, come on, Lady Luck, sprinkle down on me, please. Guys, we are in. We are in. Oh my God. Oh no, it's off. It's off. Is it off? It's off. Oh. What the fuck? Oh. Just lost one. Just lost one. Oh, the pain, guys, the absolute pain. Great, you know, good take, screaming sort of take. Picked up into it. It was on for probably 10 seconds. And just dropped off. Oh, I'm absolutely gutted. I buzzed the rod straight back out there in a hope that we haven't missed the chance. But I think we've missed our chance. I've got 2.5 hours left. That was the chance, wasn't it? That was the chance. Oh, Dino. Even he's sulking. Oh, well, we have 90 minutes left. It is 9:30 and we have got till 11 o'clock. I'm gonna have to start thinking about packing down and stuff. I've got all the cameras, got one there, got one there as well, in sort of anticipation of something happening, but it's just, I'm so gutted. I really wanted to put a fish on the camera for you guys on the film, and sort of sharing that elation of sort of completing the challenge 24-hour period to catch a carp on a stiff hinge. And there's a million and one things running through my head right now, like, you know, should I have used a bigger hook? Should I have used a longer boom section, a shorter boom section, a longer choddy section on it? Oh, it's just, these are all the things that you play out, and I know we've all done it. It's all the if, buts and maybes, and that's part of fishing, isn't it? We question ourselves when things don't go right, but yeah, 90 minutes left. Let's see what happens, but yeah, we'll start the pack down now with starting to put the tail between my legs. The rest of the morning played out as I thought it would, and no action followed. I was absolutely gutted, being so close to having one. But you know what? That's fishing, and you've got to have the lows to appreciate the highs. I was back out a few days later with some of the Fox Media team, and we headed over to Hawcott Lakes. I was so determined to put things right. The same stiff hinge rig was placed in a silty area 80 yards, and I was rewarded with this lovely looking mid-20 common. Nice to share the moment with the boys, but proving it doesn't happen every time, but when it does, it makes it all that much sweeter. Once again guys, thank you ever so much for watching. Please give us a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.